Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan. I own a print shop in Texas, but today we are in Bentonville, Arkansas, visiting Skyline Printing and Merchandise. We just wrapped up a beautiful shop tour here with Jacob, the owner. Jacob is such a good guy. He deserves everything he has here. He's been doing this for a while. I believe this facility is 13,000 square feet, and I'm gonna show it all to y'all right now. Let's get into it. Hello.
Hello,
Jacob.
welcome. How's
Nice,
it going,
nice to see you, man. Me and Jacob have known each other through Instagram for many years. Probably 8 years
At least.
So we've always talked shop, and he built a brand new shop from the ground up. And today we're gonna showcase what he's got going on here. But first, let's meet Jacob. When would you print your first t-shirt?
Oh gosh, I started screen printing when I was in 8th grade, 8th and 9th grade.
Oh wow.
I was as a hobby.
Yeah.
So I bought the little tabletop. I was selling t-shirts on MySpace. I would say that dates me.
Yeah.
But bought the little magnet press. Was
it?
through Logos SP. If you know, you know. Some of y'all probably have.
That's crazy.
Bought one of those magnet presses, and they you'll wake up in the middle of the night and dream or have nightmares about.
Yeah.
You would look at it wrong, and
yeah.
the magnets would they weren't that strong, so they would just all 4 screens would pop.
Dang.
And then your registration was gone, and
Yeah.
your squeegee's in the floor, and there's ink everywhere.
Yeah.
So
well, what made you even get into printing t-shirts in 8th grade?
I was actually selling t-shirts on MySpace, that I was having some random guy.
Yeah.
Another guy I met on MySpace printing them.
Yeah.
Shout out to printing with some random person.
Yeah,
we are the random people for a lot of
yeah.
people. And I was I think I could print these at home. And I convinced my parents, I'm do you care if I get this little kit and put it in our dining room? And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And then it's as soon as you print your first crappy shirt, other people are wait, you print t-shirts? Can you do a shirt for our school club or whatever? And so
I didn't realize it was since 8th grade.
Yeah.
Usually people get into it after they're trying to figure out what they want to do for their career.
Yeah. So, and I did it through high school. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. And then out of high school, I went to college for 1 semester, and I was I think I really want to just do screen printing.
Yeah. Well, by that time, you probably had a good clientele built up.
Yeah. So it was it was definitely a job at that point. I was
yeah.
it may or may not be a full-fledged business, but I was this is, I'm making enough to not be a bum.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. So that's how you started. You started doing it 8th grade. So how many years is that?
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to. I'm 32. I'm I don't want to date myself.
Yeah. So a long time.
16, 18,
Yeah.
a lot of years.
Yeah. So
but I wouldn't say I was even screen printing when I was doing it.
Yeah.
I say probably half the prints washed out. I was curing with one of the little, just the tabletop flash.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing final cure with.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. I had that too. Yeah. So everything you see here today, this dude deserves it. He worked for it. He's been putting the work in for it. Your grand opening was when?
Our grand opening was in June. So we're we've been in the building. We've been in the building 4 months.
What made you go from the ground up versus getting a building in town already?
I feel after COVID we had we were growing and we went in several different directions, and Jonathan and I have that in common. I was out on my parents' farm, and so we looked in a lot of different directions of do we want to buy an old building and renovate it? Do we want to build up from the ground up? And so this lot happened to be a great deal. We kind of had grown in our local region to be.
Yeah, well, give them an idea, how big was your last space
compared
to this?
Our last shop that we just moved out of, we called it the T-shirt farm. It was total 2,700 square feet, but we started with 1,200 square feet. So our print shop, all of our screen printing equipment was in 1,200 square feet.
That's crazy.
So and it's just a 40 by 30, a 12 color Cobra and a Sprint 3000, the smallest Sprint 3000. We had 6 heads of embroidery, a DTF printer, 2 heat presses, a UV printer, a lot of stuff in that little place.
Yeah. So at your last spot, you probably didn't have much walk-in traffic because it was on his private property. So
yeah, down a dirt road.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're getting a little walk-in traffic, or is that been a problem? Because I love that my shop is on private property and nobody comes in talks our ear off. Have you been dealing with that?
Yeah, some people are just very curious too to come and see what we've got. Yeah, people definitely stop by and say hi.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say foot traffic's crazy.
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
not
that's good.
It's not I wouldn't be the poster child for like, hey, you guys need to go
Yeah.
and build a shop with a storefront to get
No,
more
no,
business, because
yeah.
it's like most of our business is coming through online.
Yeah. And tell me about this beautiful arc here.
Actually, S&S kind of partnered with us to
Oh, wow.
feature comfort colors. So we had this idea, like, what would it look like to make a really cool transition from our storefront, like retail area, into production. And we're like, we definitely want to frame this orange hallway. So we drew it out and like, and then cut all these shirts up and like wrapped it as if it was upholstered. So it's like got foam behind it. And yeah, I'm sure in a few years it's gonna look rough after kids walk by and like touch and feel it. But
no, this is beautiful, man. This is very unique. All right, so tell us about this space right here as you come into, like you said, like the production area.
Yeah, so you'll walk down this orange hall, and then we have our office area. We have a conference room, and then some cubicles where our customer reps work, and then my office is back here. Yes, this is Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Jonathan, nice to meet you.
Ryan is kind of does a little bit of everything in Jordan.
Hey, nice to meet you.
So
yeah, this is a beautiful like open space, and the lighting just in here alone is like so nice.
Yeah, we had a muralist come in and paint. One of my friends is a muralist. She came in and painted several murals for us. So all of this is hand painted.
Wow.
Yeah, really cool.
Very cool. So give us an idea of like the whole order intake and process.
Yeah, I would say for us, we're like a lot of print shops. We deal with a lot of churches, schools, nonprofits, some B2B. So a lot of our customers are calling or emailing us an initial like, hey, here's my idea. And then they're sending us AI slop half the time right now. I feel like everybody is getting like so much
sometimes
AI slop.
it's good, sometimes
it's
not.
And then we'll kind of polish that up, send them a final approval. We use Printavo, so everything's running through Printavo statuses. And then once it's approved, everything is set for it to go right into production. Production files are ready. And that way, you know, if an order gets approved today, it might take a week or two for us to get to that point. Then we're ready to roll like straight into production. So
do you use the power scheduler for with Printavo?
We do, like our darkroom exclusively runs on the power scheduler. Other parts of the business don't use it as much, but for sure, like feeding all the screens out.
Got the break room here, beautiful break room. And we'll come over here. All right, so tell us where we're at right here.
So this is our embroidery room. We have a couple other sewing machines and our sticker. Like we have a little R&D. Yeah. So anytime we get curious at night, we like order something from Alibaba, like another random machine. And it lands here. We figure out what it does. But we have 13 heads of embroidery. So we have 2 6 heads, and then we have a single head.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we enjoy it. We do quite a bit of embroidery, but embroidery is one of those things for our business that comes and goes. It might be this week we're doing 500 polos, and then next week we're doing 2 or 3 12-piece orders. So
it's how it goes. But it's nice to have it.
And then like I said, back here we've got a Mamaki UV sticker machine. We print like, it's kind of our, I don't know, we print a lot of our own branded stuff on it more than anything, but we do offer sticker printing.
This is gorgeous. Cool, man. This is a super nice space. Everything feels so like, oh, you can breathe.
Which was
super clean.
That's opposite from what we just came out of, where like you're literally stepping on yourself, like trying to figure out where shirts are. So. And
oh my goodness, here we go. This is the good stuff. This is what we came for.
So this corner is kind of like some random things, but we just got these kind of given to us by another business. They were getting rid of them. These are the soundproof. This is Zen booth. And I'm like, does a print shop need a Zen booth? I don't necessarily know, but it's super soundproof. So
I talk to my guys on the, when they're in the shop and I'm away and vice versa. And I got in here, it's like dead quiet. So this is like actually pretty sweet for a print shop like to have, because if one of the guys out here needs to call Jacob about something and Jacob's not here, step in here.
Even like people have used it for like teledoc appointments. So like, hey, I need to step. I need to go in here, and it's soundproof from the inside and outside.
So like even if you got to take a private phone call. No, that's awesome.
And even just like the fact that we've been here just a few months, we're still figuring out where a lot of stuff's gonna land. So like right here, we've got a little makeshift, we pack web stores, so we fold them.
Oh,
we
nice.
run printable merch.
Yeah.
So we'll close the store, print the stuff, we'll fold it and like put them on racks to organize it, and then pack them, kind of close it out, and then move on.
And real quick, you're talking about the whole like architect, the whole build out. Like, how many square feet is this new facility?
It's 13,000.
Wow.
So we're still
Amazing.
so big, but like we went to, I think we went to CC Creations.
Oh yeah.
To visit in Bryan, Texas, and I think there were like 250,000 square feet.
Oh my goodness.
So to like we're like the size, this whole building's probably
you went from like
room.
under 3,000 square feet to 13,000.
Yeah. So
That's
a pretty
huge.
big jump, and
Your employees happy?
they're happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is like the AC. So we were like we wanted natural light in our print shop.
Yeah, dude.
So we put quite a few windows out here, which you don't see in a lot of a lot of shops, and then AC. I was like, our old shop had terrible AC. It was 110 degrees in the summer.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, it just sucks.
Yeah.
Like it just
you
sucks.
just feel bad too, like the employees.
Yeah, it's hard to keep good employees when they're like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm sweating my butt off.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into the presses in a minute, but like right off the top of your head, is there like a piece of equipment that whenever you got into this new facility outside of the presses that you're like, I need in this new space? Anything comes to mind that like?
We definitely wanted to do a fully automated darkroom.
Oh yeah.
And so with that kind of comes like a lot of different things, but it's hard to commit to one piece. I feel like when you get to a certain scale, you have to buy them all.
Yeah.
And this isn't a commercial for M&R.
Yeah.
But like it really is like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna have, it's hard to pick one of those automated things because now one person can run the whole screen room.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah.
But the one thing that we were like, should we get that? Should we not? Was the quick clean, the squeegee cleaner.
Yeah.
That thing is like amazing.
Yeah, let's actually walk over here. Yeah.
I
thought he showed me this thing, and I thought it was, I don't know, half the size of what it is. This thing's a beast, an absolute monster.
Yeah, it's huge, and just it's so much easier to keep everything clean. I mean, I feel like this is obvious to say, but like we were used to taking like we'd keep our white squeegee, so they'd be like coated in white.
Yeah.
And we're just using those over and over and over. But like this allows us, every single job we break down, we're cleaning the squeegee.
That's crazy.
So then we're going back to press with like brand new clean squeegees.
Yeah, it's just like probably like just one of the favorite pieces of equipment.
I would say so. I think it's one of those things that we didn't expect to love as much as we did, and now it's the thing that everyone here is like, you could take a lot of things from us, don't freaking take it. Like we might honestly give up air conditioning over that. like
crazy.
Maybe not all air conditioning, but like a fair bit of it.
This is another thing. Like I don't know, just on the outside looking in, I always think the Eco-Tex is gonna be like a monster of a machine, and I don't know, like I'm a small guy, but this is like pretty compact.
Yeah,
so talk to us about this.
The light version, so they have the Eco-Tex, like the full size.
Yeah.
But this is the Eco-Tex Lite, and so everything's just a little bit smaller.
Yeah, this thing is awesome.
And it's great. It's quite a bit cheaper. We looked at the Blue Water unit. I looked at
Lotus Holland.
Lotus Holland, yeah. And ultimately, we've been really satisfied with M&R.
Yeah.
So we landed with M&R on that one.
Yeah. No, M&R
it's
top
been
notch everything.
Yeah, been great. So this really changed so much for quality of life for the one or two people that had to reclaim.
What is this over here?
So this is our ink kitchen. This is the one room I feel like we probably should have made like 3 times the size. We mix all of our inks in here and then kind of have this window to pass orders or like inks out to production.
Yeah. No, this
is the one thing I love about having the ink room separate of the rest of the shop is that it really is contained, because this is a mess. Like, and we try.
He says it's a mess, but this is
no. It's clean. It's clean. I'm not saying that.
It can be a
mess. Like look at the floor. Like we put this vinyl down on the floor just because it's like you want to keep things nice and orderly, but at the same time, like we're printing T-shirts and we got to get ink in and out, and like we can live in ideal worlds in our mind, but then like when we get into it, it's like okay, cool.
All right, so we just left the ink kitchen. Now we're gonna come into the dark room. And as we come into here, I was wondering like, what's been the biggest piece of equipment, or 2 or 3, that's giving you the biggest like return on investment?
I mean, truly the first auto we bought, like your first auto, it's like, you gotta get to the point where you're
like 60 shirts an hour to
hundreds
an hour.
Hundreds. So that's huge encouragement. Like if you're not there, like that was one when like growth our growth story, like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And then
real quick on the auto, like I always think like the guys who are printing manually right now, I'm always like, dude, just sub it all out.
Yeah.
I know you want to like grind it out or whatever, just like sub it out to someone, another print shop who can bang it out and focus on sales. That's always like in the back of my mind. I want to say out loud.
I know.
We'll come over here real quick.
Yeah.
Got the beautiful Unico.
Yeah, so we have like our separated, again, we don't have the
the
separation,
flaps.
the flaps up
Yeah,
yet, but separated like screen drying room.
Also use a quick clamp.
Yeah. And then I wanted to introduce you to, this is my dad.
Yeah.
So my dad's been working here for a lot of years. I convinced him to quit his job probably almost over 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
That's
like my goal. I want my dad to work in my shop one day. So I'm like, I always see y'all, like honestly, like through I guess stories or whatever, Instagram, and I'm like jealous. So, like, man, I wish me and my dad could be banging out screens and t-shirts all day, but that's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
so, but he runs a lot of our darkroom operations, so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He was the one that was like reclaiming a lot of our screens at the old shop, so I'm like, if I'm gonna buy something, like if we're gonna eliminate one terrible job, it's gonna be my dad's in there like blasting ink all day.
So the Eco-Tex been amazing?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How many can you do with that an hour with Eco-Tex?
I think they say 200 a shift. Like we've never we would not max it out now where we're at. But I think they say 200 a shift.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And our darkroom has the eco rent, so kind of make a circle in here of screens come out, they hit the eye image, then they get we're not fancy enough to have a laser yet.
Is it coming soon or are you happy with this right now?
We're happy with this, honestly. It works great. And I think that probably, so we were talking about equipment makes the biggest difference. The eye image was probably number 2 for us because it enabled us to do dry lock, get rid of film. Yeah. Like all of those things just really changed a lot for us. So couldn't do it without that. And then my third piece of equipment that's changed a lot, or like return on investment, would probably be the Eco-Tex. Oh yeah. Just because you don't have somebody you don't have somebody like with a mask on blasting ink off of a screen. And it's cheaper than, like, it pays for itself in a few years if you're doing quite a bit of screen volume. So we're not the poster children for that.
Nice meeting you. Okay, well, one question I wanted to ask you, like, what pieces of equipment did you bring from your last, shop to this new space?
We had, so we just touched on the eye image, but we brought this 12 color Cobra, and we had the small Sprint 3000 down there.
Oh, okay.
And then we added, when we moved here, we added this dual belt Sprint 3000, an 18 color Cobra TSE, and then a 10 color Cobra.
So you added 2 more autos.
Yeah.
And
we did
like big level up.
Yeah, but honestly too, it's really difficult going from 1 auto to 2 autos, and I feel like we kind of jumped in and went 3 autos. So we're still figuring out that like scheduling flow. They're scrubbing planes. This is my unsponsored shout out post to Print Grips. I was telling Jonathan earlier, I think we get like 100,000 prints out of a set of Print Grips. So if you're not using Print Grips, or I don't know, whatever the equivalent is.
And let's debunk some stuff, because I was asking him because of stuff I've heard. Like he said he's getting like 100, potentially 100,000 prints out of them. I was like, well, what happens when you get like a large image? He's like, we've never had, like he said, the Print Grip goes all the way, right?
Yeah, so ours cover the entire, we tape them down, on the edges here, but they cover pretty much the entire print space.
That's awesome. And then hoodies, you can run hoodies on them as well?
Yeah, we're running, usually we'll get like 4 or 5 sets of hoodies. So like on this, we might scrub every 100 to 150 hoodies. Yeah. But when you're running fleece, it's just water. And I mean, it scrubs so fast. So
that's awesome.
It's a trade-off. You trade off a little bit of time for the convenience of using web spray, but then web spray, you have web spray on everything.
His floors are like immaculate. I know it's a brand new shop, but still my shop, oh my gosh. And just walking in here, it's like so like free, and you can just throw your arms around like it's crazy. My shop is like so tight. I think my shop's like 1,200 square feet.
Okay, yeah. So no, it's a real struggle. But the other side to that though was like, there's certain days I'm like, man, I miss that because it was so tight. You have to be
it work, right?
You make it work.
I know. There's a part of me that's like, I don't want to say it's like a competitive edge, but you can keep overhead down.
So you can for sure, 100%.
You can be competitive on a large job, because I'm like, I don't have a certain overhead, but still, like, I don't know, my mindset is like growth and bigger and get the farthest away from zero, and that's where I'm at in my mind. I wanted to ask you also, like, you've been doing this since freaking 8th grade, so that's a different story than a growth path of like 7 to 5 years. Like you've been doing it for a long time, but to get to this level, like if there's a print shop out there who's seeing this shop and they want to be like, you know, emulate that and they want to grow, like do you have like top 2, top 3 things in business and relationships and everything to like some advice that you would give another shop to you know,
one thing I think that's really important is like trust. So building that trust with your clients, with your employees. Like
real quick, how many employees do you have?
So we have 16 employees on our team here now. We'll probably add a few more this fall, kind of get into our busier months. I tell our team a lot of times, like, trust compounds, and all of us play a role in that. And so I think a lot of times right now, people are worried, or they're like concerned about getting to the next level. And so if people at the end of the dryer, like that's kind of a entry-level job here, if they don't understand the importance of their role, then they're gonna not treat it. Like this is a very serious role. And so it's QC. And so it's like, hey, that gives us the ability to deliver a great product to our customer, which is gonna make them come back to us. They're gonna trust us. And so I always say, like, everyone has equal importance here to what we do. We're printing t-shirts, but everyone has equal importance, and everyone has the opportunity to build that trust with the customer, even if you're not like picking up the phone and talking to them. The person that packs the box, if you do that mindfully and you're not like putting a small shirt and then a medium and then a
or slapping the shipping label all crooked.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's nuts, but it's just a levels of detail that maybe not every customer is gonna say, okay, yeah, I saw that and I noticed that, but to the right customers, they're like, man, these people care about what they're doing, and that adds value. So I would say that's one big thing that I would just say, encourage people, is like, find ways that you can build your team's trust.
Because like without the team, bro, like you can't freaking do this.
No, I mean, these machines don't run themselves. And I was telling my dad the other day, I was like, truly, there was a season in our business where I was like, we get busy, a couple of us can stay late and make it up. But now we're like to the point, you rely only on your team. So it's like, if we don't have people that want to work here
or happy,
all the things, it's like, it's a challenge.
So talk to the guy who doesn't have a team just yet, who's like doing everything by himself, but he needs to get out of that, like to the next level, to hire a team. Like, what advice do you give that guy?
Oh gosh,
I know that was a long time ago for you.
The first hire is so hard though, because you're like
kind of just like grind it out. And
you're grinding it out.
Yeah,
I know, and you feel bad because you're like, I don't know if I'm going to offer a person a job and then I'm going to have to fire him in like 2 months because. Oh yeah,
we were kind of talking about the temp help.
Yes, if you can find good temp help. One area, like in the summer, we hire a lot of teachers, and we've also hired one of our. She doesn't work here anymore. She's kind of retired, but she was a school bus driver. So she was available to come during the middle of her day and work like 5 or 6 hours. And if we didn't need her, it wasn't like the biggest deal. So you kind of got to have those people that you can call them when you need them and when you're not busy. Because when you're a solo operator, there's a lot of times you might get an order for 500 shirts and you're like, cool, I'm going to be grinding all weekend and I need someone at the end of the dryer to fold these.
No, that is a big tip to me too. Like even in my business right now, it's like having that little bit of temporary help, and it can be super flexible, come or go, work a lot of hours, not work. Because like if you have to pay somebody full time all the time, like it's really not like, not only not expensive, it's just like almost like not possible. So that's awesome. Or walk over here real quick. I'm gonna have you might get them, I might get messages, but everybody's gonna be asking, where do you get your boxes from?
Okay, these are, oh gosh, I may have to
look it up.
I may have to look it up.
Put a link.
SMC Packaging. But they're part of Green Bay Packaging. I think they're global, like they're all over US. But they have like one here close by in Missouri. So. And
the tape, do you get it like, where do you get the tape from?
Sticker Mule.
Okay.
So they're so easy. But you know, honestly, like we were ordering new boxes from Uline and just brown boxes, and Uline's kind of expensive. TBH. So
with the shipping and everything comes with it, it's crazy.
So I saw another shop, as we do, that had really cool boxes. I was like, where do you get them? He gave me his guy, and I said, so I emailed the guy and I was like, hey, here's what we're paying. We're paying like $250 a box. How many do we have to order to get that? So we had to order like 6 months, a 6-month supply. So we invested in that, but we got them still pretty cheap.
And talk to me real quick about this space right behind us. Like, I think we all have watched some shop tours and everybody's like, oh, you make sure you have enough shipping and receiving space.
For sure.
Was that at top of mind?
For sure. Yeah, you know, and we, like, even down to printavo statuses, so like on the floor, you'll see like, these are orders that need a shipping label, so we may or may not have. So that's a status in printavo. And so it'll email either the rep or the customer like, hey, we don't have all the info. These are on hold, so like maybe half the order is embroidery and half the order is screen print. and we only have half of it done.
Yeah, dude, this is like.
And then our customer pickup, and then we run a local delivery route.
Oh, okay.
Free delivery. So
yeah, I didn't get your...
yeah, we have a delivery van, and so
awesome.
we consolidated that to just 2 days a week. So if somebody wants a free delivery, we're like pre-schedule that out, and so we have like a Tuesday delivery spot and a Thursday delivery on the floor, and so
yeah,
even that, that's been nice to have that
that's
area
huge.
down here.
Yeah,
I'm sure, hopefully someday we're like putting some equipment down here and we're like, screw shipping, they can pull stuff out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
But
and talk to me real quick about the lighting in the shop, because like the windows, I feel like that probably wasn't cheap to do, but
yeah. So we are not in technically a like a warehouse district, so we're kind of in the middle of town, that came with some architectural rules that we had to follow.
Okay.
One of those was we had to have so many windows, which actually turned out to be great. So we have a lot of natural lighting in here.
I feel like when I used to fantasize a lot about building a shop, I would think about like Truss Print Shop. Do you know?
I know Truss. Their
Truss
shop's
Print
so
Shop
cool,
with all the
so
lighting.
clean.
I can't think of who else off the top of my head who has like lighting like this, but 100%. I mean, look at these windows. Like that's like a 100% like must-have to me. If you're gonna build from the ground up.
If you're gonna build from the ground up, but I will say our old shop, it was just like a metal building, no windows, and we had an overhead door like this.
Yeah.
And what we did was we just bought one. You can buy like one panel of glass. So like just one strip.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't that much money.
It made a big difference.
It made a huge difference.
That's
so
awesome.
Even if you're out there and you've got a shop with like an overhead door, call your garage door guy and just ask what it would cost to put one strip of windows in.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think, for us it wasn't that much. It was like a few hundred. This is before COVID, but like a few $100, natural light.
Okay, now we're at the back of the shop. Show me what we got going on here.
So we have our compressor room back here. That's one thing that you forget about when you like are buying your first auto too. I was like, what the heck? We have to have an air compressor, and you have to have a big one. So we have an air line that runs all through our shop. We're still adding a few more air drops for heat presses and different things. But even our storefront has like an air drop for if we ever wanted to.
The storefront?
Yeah,
that's
if
awesome.
we want, if we wanted to do like an open house where we like heat press on site.
Oh, that's awesome.
That kind of stuff.
Like
you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah.
So this is kind of our air compressor room and junk room, but we went with this one.
This thing's massive. Like, look how big this thing is. I see like rotary screw compressors, but like, I guess I've never seen one in real life. It's like so big. That's like a flex, I feel like, a big flex. All right, show me what we got right here.
So we have, we print DTF in-house. This is Lana.
Lana.
Lana's been running our DTF operation for many years. We kind of got into DTF right out of COVID when everyone jumped in.
I remember talking to Jacob and he was already getting into DTF like right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like before it was cool,
like,
for sure.
We were one of the first shops that got the Cobra Flex, the printed glue one that was terrible. Like, sorry. Just like this, none of this is sponsored, so I'm just gonna be real.
No,
that was
awesome.
terrible.
That's people want to hear.
Like, honestly, had to fight them to give us our money back because it just didn't work.
Did you put these lights in it, or does it have lights in it?
Or did it come with UV?
Comes with that?
The inside came with it. It has like random LED.
Okay, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is like a unit. Also, like seeing it, on Instagram is like a big difference. This is like awesome.
So
it's all good. So how long have you had this one?
We've had this machine for going on 3 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years.
And y'all like it?
Yeah, it's been great. I think it's kind of coming to the end of its life.
Yeah.
And digital printing is so fast, so it's like it is one of those, But the great thing about doing DTF in-house is like we've seen a lot of change with powders and inks and films that over the last 4 years,
better and better.
It gets better and better. So it's kind of like you got to jump in and then kind of grow with it.
Yeah.
And we're really happy with this one. We're looking at either adding another unit or changing. So kind of looking at the Epson. They've got one that looks pretty user friendly, but there's a lot of options out there.
And guys, like, obviously, or through the video you can't tell, but it is like so comfortable in here. Like, it feels like I don't know what it is, but it feels like low 70s, high 60s.
Yeah,
Like,
it's cold. Nice. It's like 70.
It's crazy. And then certain spots you stand in, it's just like so comfortable. So, all right, man. So this shop is just absolutely gorgeous. It's super like inspiring. You see whatever you see online, but like to see it physically, like everything is just like Jacob's like a regular guy, puts his pants on like me and you. Like we can like all inspired to be this way. If we want to grow this way, one thing like on the building, like I guess like I wanted to ask, there might be a shop out there who's like about to go down this path, building. Do you have any like advice or anything that came up that was unexpected? Anything that's like, oh, you got to think about this.
Gosh, there's like that you could write a whole book on that. But
Yeah.
I think the main thing for me, like I was telling Jonathan this earlier, I completely forgot about our air system. So we added that later. Like we were, I mean, well under construction. It was like, oh crap, we got to have airlines.
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that go into a building.
If somebody actually wanted to like hit you up, like could they hit you up like to pick your brain?
Oh,
on this
for
type
sure,
of stuff?
for sure, yeah.
Probably like,
And I don't even feel like I'm the expert, and I have a lot of gratitude for like our M&R rep, Ryan Barger.
Yeah,
Like
Ryan,
shout out to Ryan,
yeah.
because he was
Ryan's
like, hey,
so awesome.
I mean, truly like seeing where we were. It's like I feel like they saw kind of like our vision to grow and have taken the time to take us into some really nice shops. And so we visited Culture Studio, CC Creations. We visited several shops around here. Be Unlimited. It's always really had an open door. So
that's awesome.
my biggest encouragement too, if you're gonna go down this road, like go to a ton of shops, because every time you walk in one, you're gonna say, I like that, that's cool. And even if you don't, even if you're not able to afford all of those things like right out of the get-go, even having in the back of your mind of like, someday we might want to add that, you know.
If somebody wants to hit you up specifically, is like Instagram the best place? Or?
Yeah, I would say Instagram. Yeah.
I'll put your tag.
Yeah, put my tagline.
All right, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Again, I hope it like inspires you to see what's out there, what's possible. Jacob's been doing this for a long time. I talk to a lot of shops. I know he talks to a lot of shops, but like there's everything in between. There's no right or wrong. So don't ever feel like you're doing something wrong. Like just keep pressing, keep pushing. It'll all come together. I in my mind, I'm always like, I mean, it's cliche, but like just, you know, you never quit and it'll all work out and all come together eventually. Thank y'all for watching this video. Thank you, Jacob, for showing up. This was
and our, like I always say, we built this place to be open for people to walk through. We have had like kids come through on summer camps to just tour. So if you're in the area and you want to stop by and literally send me a message, we're an open door. Even if I'm not here, like everyone here is happy to show you around.
Awesome.
Thanks, we're always happy to share that with, because so many people like welcomed us.
Yeah. He had a grand opening and had like 2,000 people come out.
It was kind of crazy. Yeah, it was like honestly wild.
Yeah.
People wrapped around the block.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I think that kind of shows like how they are involved in the community and people love them and stuff. So it speaks like volumes, because imagine having a grand opening and like nobody comes, like be sad.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But
so, really
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
See y'all later.